Hi, everybody. This is Mr. Dale Campo. It is now Thursday. It's 6:47. It's Thursday, December 10th. It's 6:47 p.m. Today, we just finished class for math, and we just finished our first official week of learning about ratios in sixth grade. And basically, we were talking about real life ratios, and there were a few problems with percents. And the goal of this lesson was to learn how to solve ratio problems using different ways, such as tables, tape diagrams, or other ways. Um, this video we'll be talking about different ways to solve ratio problems. So you might have your favorite way, and if you have a favorite way, that's really cool. But it's always good to look at different ways because those different ways might help you with some of the more difficult problems. Um, let's take a look at the work that we started on Zoom. This is the work that we started on Zoom, and this is the work that you are also asked to finish for asynchronous work for homework. And basically, we have our notice and wonder activity. What do you notice? Basically, what do you see? And what do you wonder? What do you think about? Okay, there is really almost no wrong answer here, or we don't think there's any wrong answer in terms of what you see and what you wonder. Okay, but just make sure it's connected to this picture. And then also here, this is an opinion question. How do you think the dots are related to the numbers that you see here? How are these dots related to the numbers that you see here? Okay, and we're going to talk about that a little more as we get to what the lesson was for today. Let's talk about the lesson for today. And what Mr. Zuniga talked about was this amazing phrase um, that will help you remember ratios. And we hope you memorize this phrase. And the phrase says, for every blank, there are blank. For every blank, there are blank. And you see it in this example right here, where this ratio right here, 4 to 12, is the same thing as saying for every 4 blue dots, there are 12 total dots. For every 4 blue dots, like this, there are 12 total dots. And if you count all of this together, it's 12 dots. Okay, let me go ahead and change the colors real quick here. Now, over here, for every 1 green dot, there are 2 blue dots. So let's check that out. For every 1 green dot, okay, there are 2 blue dots. Is that true? Ooh, look, it seems like it's true. And then for every 1 green dot, there are 2 blue dots. So definitely this one seems true. Okay, I'll go ahead and change the color one more time. For every 3 red dots, there are 3 yellow dots. Now, is this one true? For every 3 red dots, there are 3 yellow dots. Yeah, that is true. Okay, so when you think of ratios, try to remember this phrase: for every blank, there is blank. That for every part is really powerful. Okay, so just try to remember that. Now, we did not really talk about the milestone task quite yet. This is the previous assignment before today. You'll be getting more information on this either later tonight or tomorrow. And then Mr. Zuniga led us all through a wonderful color demonstration with ratios. And what we're actually going to do in this video is we'll try to try this demonstration again so that we all can look at it. And if you didn't get a chance to be on Zoom today, this video is also for you in this regard. Okay, so we want to pretend that Mr. Zuniga is trying to paint his room or his house a different color. And the exciting thing was the class decided to choose pink and cyan. Okay, so what Mr. Zuniga did was to mix the pink and the cyan together to make a new color. Okay, and so what Mr. Zuniga decided to do was to mix in 2 drops of pink and 3 drops of cyan, and we're all actually going to do that here. So we're going to do that right now. Let's mix 2 drops of pink, 2 drops of pink, and 3 drops of cyan. 1 drop of cyan, 2 drops of cyan, and 3 drops of cyan. Now, this is the color that the class came up with, after mixing in these two colors, we have this nice color over here. Looks like a little bluish color. We're going to save that color and it's stored in the palette, okay? And just notice that you do see 2 to 3 right here, 2 for every 3, okay? Now, one of the things that the class explored was, well, wait a minute. What if Mr. Zuniga runs out of paint and he wants to make this paint again? Okay, he wants to make this color again. He wants this nice blue color again, okay? Now, there were different suggestions from the class, but what if we do this? What if we said, oh, hey, let's go ahead and add one more drop of pink and one more drop of cyan, okay? We're going to add one more drop of pink and one more drop of cyan. And so the question is this a good thing to do? And are we going to get the same color as this color? Okay, so let's try it. Let's add 1 and 1, and let's see if we get the same color. So here's one drop of pink and another drop of cyan. Okay, and we're gonna save this now, and we're gonna see if it's the same color. So we're going ahead and save that, and let's take a look. Did we get the same color as before? Now you see the two colors right here, and as you notice, this color is slightly lighter than this color, okay? So, are they the same color? Close, but they're not exactly the same color. And another way to tell is that these codes are different, okay? So the nice thing about different colors is that different colors have a different code, okay? So for sure, oh man, we didn't get the same color, okay? I'm gonna take this away. And I'm gonna have to take this away because adding 1 is not good, okay? Adding 1 and 1 is not good. That's not correct, okay? Now, as the class kept exploring this, the class learned that, well, really, again, if we want more of this color, what we're really going to have to do is to try to keep the ratios the same, okay? Meaning that we're going to have to add 2 over here, and we're going to have to add 3 over here, okay? Now, let's see if this works. Okay, again, we're trying to make sure and see if we get the same color. So I'm going to add, let's go back here. Whoops, sorry. Let's go back here. So I'm going to add, oh, sorry, we got to fix this. Okay. Well, we started with 2 and 3 right here, 2 and 3 right here. Okay. So I'm going to add another 2. I'm going to add 2 drops of pink and 3 drops of cyan. Okay. So 2 drops of pink. I'm adding another 2 drops of pink, and I'm adding another 3 drops of cyan. Okay. Now we're going to save it again and check if we have the same color the first time. So let me go ahead and press saved right here. Oh, look at this. It says it's already in the palette. So basically, yeah, we got the same color. We did the right thing, and we got the same color. Okay, cool. Okay, that means we did the right thing, and now we can just go ahead and fill that in the table. Okay, 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 plus 3 is 6. All right. What the class learned is that if you keep on going with this pattern, so I'm going to add another 2 drops of pink. I'm going to add another 3 drops of cyan. Let's go ahead and try it. Okay, 2 more drops of pink, 3 more drops of cyan, 2 more drops of pink. Whoops. 2 more drops of pink, 3 more drops of cyan. Let's see if it's the same color. Yep, it's already in the palette. So we're doing this right, okay? So one thing you'll notice is that a lot of ratio tables, or a lot of these tables, are going to have patterns on it, okay? So 6 and 9, and if we keep on going here, you add another 3, 8 and 12, and add another 2, add another 3. There we go. Okay. So that's how you use a ratio table. Okay. Tables are a really good strategy for solving these kinds of problems. Okay. Really try to keep that in mind as you continue to do these kinds of problems. Okay. So that was an awesome demonstration by Mr. Zuniga. Now over here, we reminded our students of the three read protocol. and it's basically making sure that you read the problem 3 or more times, okay, because we know that word problems can be challenging, especially when there's a lot of words. And then also we talked about circling important information, and we also talked about underlining the task or question. And those are great things to do for every single problem. All right. Now, we then went to breakout rooms, and then we then started doing the rest of these problems. And most groups were able to do number 2 and start on number 3. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to talk about number 2. Um, what we're going to do right now is we're actually going to talk about number 2, but you might be surprised to know that there's many ways to do number 2. But you also shouldn't be surprised, because the great thing about math is that there's many ways to do math. Even though many groups finish number 2, in this video, we're really going to take a look at several different ways to do this problem, because it might inspire you to finish number 3, number 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so I'm hoping this part of the video, is really going to inspire you to think of many different ways to solve it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read the problem, and I'm modeling the 3-read strategy and the annotation strategy that our students learned about for the past few times. Okay, so it says here, Flora the florist arranges flowers in vases for table decorations. And interestingly enough, we're actually going to circle this because I think it's really important. I actually think this is really important information. Now, I'm going to draw what a vase is. Now, a vase is basically a container to hold flowers. Okay, so, and the vases are your table decorations. So I really want people to understand that vases when we're talking about vases, those are the same things as table decorations. Okay, so vases are table decorations. They're the same thing. Okay, I'll abbreviate that. Okay, now again, we said to circle important information, and we're going to circle 2 roses and 3 carnations inside each vase. Okay, she always uses 2 roses and 3 carnations in each vase. Okay, so 2 roses and 3 carnations in every single vase. Okay, sorry about the writing over there. It's kind of tricky to write with this tool here, but there we go. Perfect. Okay, or that's the best I can do. Oh, I just messed that up again. Okay, don't be afraid to read this word problem 3 or more times. Okay, so I'm just going to read it again. Flora the florist arranges flowers in vases for table decorations. She always uses 2 roses and 3 carnations in each vase. Flora has 20 roses. Okay, so we now know how many roses she has. And now we're going to underline the questions. The questions are, how many table decorations can she make? And how many carnations will she use for the table decorations? How many carnations will she use for those table decorations? Okay, so now we know the important information, and we know what the questions are. And now it's all about trying to solve this problem. What I'm going to do in this video is we're actually going to try to do this problem in a way that maybe some students have not really tried before, because we want you all to see different ways to solve ratio problems. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually do something different than what I have seen other classmates do. Okay, so we know that she always uses 2 roses and 3 carnations in every vase. Okay, 2 roses, 3 carnations in every vase. Okay, here's a vase. It's got to have 2 roses and 3 carnations. Here's another vase. It's got to have 2 roses and 3 carnations. Okay, here's another vase. It's got to have 2 roses and 3 carnations. Okay, so what we're going to do is represent this with a table. All right, so we're going to use the ratio table that we actually saw earlier in this video, and what many of you saw in class today. We're going to draw a table, just like with the paint demonstration. And I'm going to draw a vertical table. This is a vertical table that goes from top to bottom. And always when you have a table, you want to label that table with words. Okay. And since we're talking about roses and since we're talking about carnations, I'm going to put R for roses and I'm going to put C for carnations. And carnations is basically a flower. Okay. Roses are flowers, carnations are flowers. Okay. Now we know that there's 2 roses and 3 carnations in every vase. So we're going to put that down 2 roses and 3 carnations. Okay. Now, here's this other piece of information that's important. Flora has 20 roses. Flora has 20 roses. Okay? So, since Flora has 20 roses, what we're really going to do is we're going to keep on going until we get from 2 and end up at 30. We're going to keep on going until we get to 20. Okay? So, that's our plan. Once we get to 20, I think we'll be able to answer some of these questions. Okay? So, and here's a bonus here. Wait a minute, we want to know what table decorations are. Okay? So we want to know how many table decorations can she make. All right? Watch this. We didn't really see this in any problem yet, but what happens if I draw another section of this table? Okay, what if I said this was TD, which stands for table decorations? Okay? Remember, a table decoration is the same thing as a vase. So basically, this is vase number 1. So this is table decoration number 1. Okay? Now, how many roses will we need for 2 table decorations? How many roses will we need for 2 table decorations? Well, if we talk about what we saw earlier with the paint, you'll notice that, hey, we gotta keep adding 2s over here. So I'm going to add another 2 over here, and I'm going to add another 3 over here. Okay? Hopefully you all understand. So really important to understand, why are we doing that? Okay? Why are we adding 2 roses? And why are we adding 3 carnations? Well, it's because if we're going to add another vase, if we're going to add another table decoration, we got to keep adding 2 roses and 3 carnations, because there are 2 roses and 3 carnations for every vase. Okay? So, and right now we're using addition, and I hope that addition will help some of you if you're having trouble understanding maybe some of the multiplication and division ways that some of your classmates might have used for this exact problem. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we are going to continue this pattern right here of adding 2 roses and 3 carnations. So we're going to keep adding that. Okay? And now we're talking about the third table decoration. Okay? And we're hoping that you see a pattern. I'm sorry about the writing. Let's try to make this better here. Okay, so here we go. So to make 3 table decorations, well, I'm going to add another 2 roses plus 2 and plus 3. Because for every 2 roses, there are 3 carnations. Okay? For every 2 roses, there are 3 carnations. So I'm going to add another 2 roses and 3 carnations. And this is just another, another, oops, sorry. I'm going to change pens here in a bit, okay? Again, we're not going to stop until we get to Flora's 20 roses. So, and I may just end up changing pens here, or not. Let me change this window here. Whoops. Okay, so let's keep on going. Going to add another 2 roses. Going to add another 3 carnations. And your students might decide, or you might decide, that to draw lines like this. And you also might decide not to draw the +2 and +3. Okay. Once you get the pattern, you might decide, hey, I don't need to add +2 and +3. I don't need to write that every time. So we're going to add 2. And in fact, what I'm going to do is change the style of this a little bit. I'm just going to keep adding 2's here. And remember, we're going to stop here because the previous problem said, well, the problem says we want to stop at 20 roses. So I'm going to stop right here. Here's my 20 roses. And I'm just going to complete the table and just see what else we have. Drawing lines might be helpful for you. Drawing horizontal lines like this might be very helpful. And then you'll notice that this is 18 because we're adding 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 and another 3 right here. Okay. 6 table decorations, 7 table decorations, 8, 9, and 10. 10 table decorations. Now, why do we stop here? Okay, again, we stop here because we have 20 roses. And then if we scroll up real quick, now we can go to the question. The question says, how many table decorations can she make? And remember, Flora has 20 roses. So we're going to go to the table and look for 20 roses. And we're going to look for this question. We're going to look for the answer to this question. How many table decorations for 20 roses? Let's take a look. 20 roses. And so, hey, it is 10 table decorations. So 10 is the answer for 2A. This is the answer for 2A. Okay? Some of your classmates had used some multiplication and division. But if that is hard for you to understand, this table is really great for looking at the addition way. Okay, there are addition ways to do these problems. Okay, so that is 2A. So 10 is the answer for 2A. Now we're going to take a look at 2B, which says how many carnations will she use to make these table decorations? How many carnations will she use to make the table decorations? Well, didn't we just say that this was 10 table decorations? Let me go back. Yeah, we did say that. And so how many carnations will she use to make the 10 table decorations? Good news is we know that answer already just by staring at our table. How many carnations? It's right over here. The answer is right over here. The answer is 30 carnations. Okay, so this is the answer to 2B. The answer is 30, and if you scroll up, you can see that letter C. It is indeed 30 carnations. Okay, so just by doing this table, we officially have the answer for both problems. And you could do this rather quickly if you have quick addition skills. Okay, and if you like addition better, use it. All right. So that is that for number 2. And we just want to keep in mind that as you're doing number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7, these tables might be helpful. And I'm sorry that disappeared, but it'll still be in the video. But we're hoping that if you don't know how to do the multiplication or division way of solving these ratio problems, do a table. And hopefully that helps you out. Okay. I hope this video was helpful. Please do give us feedback if this was too fast, too slow, or if you still need help, please reach out to your teachers. We're very happy to help you out in the best way that you need it. You're going to be doing problems 2 through 7, pages 2 through 7 on here. We made a mistake earlier after class. We did not show problems 5 through 7. Now you can see them. So hopefully you take care of those. We're sorry that we forgot to show you problems 5, 6, and 7. Good luck with all of that. Take care and have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye.